again. You blindly rid me of your kisses. I'm left to pick up any pieces. Haven't broken, now you're gone. And left to search through all the days. Shard of hope, an intact splinter. Oh, hope to get me through the winter, till I find the sun again. Here we go again. And words are kind from friends and strangers. And this time, even from my father. But it doesn't quell the pain. Here we go again. With my own original songs, they're autobiographical and they pertain to very specific people or places or times. So do those cover songs, you know? I mean, the rule number one was that I had to connect to the song itself. And then it was sort of, the rule number two was to connect it to a time and a place or a person. I never really played solo that much. I always had at least one person with me. It was a bit more minimal, I suppose, definitely. And there was a bit more space. We still keep that with the new setup and the new instrumentation. I still want there to be intimacy in it, but there's moments of the show where it does kind of build and layer a bit more than what we did before. Here We Go Again was written about someone that broke my heart again, I suppose. I don't know why I'm feeling shy about saying that. I'd say it every night on stage, but and it was, yeah, just that feeling. I went through a big kind of crisis almost with that heartbreak, because it made me feel like I didn't want to do this anymore. Like I was kind of bored of like being that person that always wrote a sad song about, or a melancholy song about disappointment. And for the first time I felt very exposed by doing that. So Here We Go Again and This Here Defeat, hence the album title, sort of like sums up that feeling a bit. Here we go again. Before I was a total purist. I would only use real instruments. I would only use real piano. I'd only use cello, acoustic instruments. But that changed with this record, and I'm thankful for it. It was after the song existed and how we kind of addressed the song. And so with arrangement, I suppose that's what changed. And I knew that I wanted it to be a little bit more evolved than what I'd done before. I wanted there to be electric guitar, which sounds like normal for anyone, but it's totally abnormal for me to use electric guitar. And like, we even used some electronic beats on this album, but it's all very subtle. I mean, it's like just a little sort of change. Let skylines change, the headlines blame with blooded stained stone. We feel the same.
Does anyone wanna leave this place? Oh, well. If I stitch my head to your shoulder, I can cry upon it. Obrigado. Thank you, Coimbra.
On this tour, we started doing Nick Cave's Into My Arms, which is like the most beautiful song ever. But it was really tough for me because I really wanted to do it. But when I was trying to learn it, I kept crying. Just like the floodgates would open, and it took me days to just try and get through the one version of the song, because it hit me right. So that one, I think we might have to record that one day. I'd love to do another covers album. I loved it. It was so liberating. I tend to only write when I'm in a certain particular, probably more darker, more melancholy place. I don't live in that place all the time. I need people to know that I don't. I'm actually pretty happy most of the time, and I love to laugh, and I love joy, and I'm an optimist, and I have hope. But for some reason, when it comes to writing songs, I'm always drawn to the deep end. I'm always drawn to the dark side. And I find a huge amount of beauty in it.
And you are here and I'm there. Underground, you're in the air. I'm starting to believe that you're a seed and I'm a tree. I'm alone, your company. Never the twain shall meet. Or ain't it bitter sweet? And you start and I start to prepare for a broken heart now. Let's agree to disagree. And you can sail to shore as I drift out to sea.
Bittersweet is a little bit of a stranger on the album, I know that, but I wanted to put it on because, I mean, every song has a connection to a person or a place or a time. It's all very autobiographical, and that one in particular, I wrote in Australia, and I hadn't been back to Australia for 6 years. And I was staying with my parents in the bush in the country, and I wrote that song, and I just kind of wanted to include it because I was so fond of that time, you know. It sounds like kind of a happy song for me.
And to stop and I start to prepare for a broken heart now. Let's agree to disagree. And you stop and I start to prepare for a broken heart now. Let's agree to disagree. We agree to disagree. And you can sail to shore as I drift out to sea.
This sounds really horrible, but I love to watch TV. I just love to not think and to watch TV. And this winter in New York, it was so horribly cold, and I didn't have a lot to do. I probably should have been songwriting, but I took a couple of months off and just watched a lot of television.
It's important to rest a little.
Yes.